Attention all patrons, the table is set, the spotlight is warm, and the waiters are ready to waltz. From the 3rd to the 6th of September, Magnet Theatre transforms into a bustling urban restaurant where drama simmers as the Figure of 8 Dance Theatre presents The Reservation, a daring dance theatre experience that really stirs the senses and challenges the palette of social norms. Now today on our couch we have the privilege to be joined by the creative minds behind the production, as well as the producer and choreographer advisor Marie Fox and Grant van Ster, co-director and choreographer, to explore the ingredients that make The Reservation so incredibly unforgettable. Guys, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Very excited to get into this, but I think first and foremost, Marie, if we can get into the inspiration behind The Reservation. What is that about?
So quite honestly, we were sitting at a restaurant and brainstorming. So yeah, we always try, each year we do a production, that's a debut production, and always try to come up with a concept that's very relatable to anybody and not only the dance industry as such. Yeah, so we were sitting in a restaurant, and just as we were basically people watching, we just realized all the stories that walks in and out of the door, and then also, you know, all the underlining subtext that's actually with it. So it's plain and simple.
I like that. It's not just for the theatre kids, not just for the dancers, it's for everybody. And people watching will bring that inspiration to you, right?
Yes.
And also, Grant, I think you can see a lot of the hierarchies in society. As you're sitting there, it kind of breaks it down, which I know in this production, you really take on that narrative and explore it a little bit more. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so like Marie said, we're really looking at the different stories that flow in and out through the restaurant door, looking at the different people that go there, looking at the different people that work there. Like, for instance, the waiters that move in and out between the tables, looking at the chef that makes an appearance. There's some lovers' quarrel happening, and the different gatherings of big groups, families uniting to come and feast at the table.
Sure.
I think as a dance company, we really try and close the gap between dance and theatre. We really try and challenge the misconception of dancers just being physical beings or physical expressionists. So we really want to try and see how we can bridge or marriage the gap. And really that dancers, besides just being physical beings, there's also a voice that they can use to articulate the movement and the expression. So for us, that's quite a wonderful thing to be able to achieve and to do.
I love that. I mean, even the way you're talking, I'm like, oh, sign me up, sign me up. I'm here for it. The production merges dance, like you said, as well, and brings it together in a very unique way. So what were some of the logistical ways of getting around this? I know to put any production together takes an entire team. It takes a village, in fact. So talk me through the maybe creative challenges that you guys had to experience to pull this off.
So as Grant said, the merging of text or script and the dance is often a misconception. So we actually had a guy, Vulcan Karlitz, on board who assisted us with a basic type of text or framework. We also took stories from all the performers and merged it in. So then to actually put it together, and the co-director is Buhle Ngaba, and yeah, she's amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
And she coming in from a more of a theatre side and assisting with the script, where Grant comes more in from the dance element and truly merging that. So it is a challenge for, we're really pushing performers who's not necessarily used to text. But I think we're getting it right. And like he says, it's just really truly showing that it's not just a movement. You know, voice can also play a role.
That's beautiful. And also I like the idea of collaboration that you've mentioned too. Magic happens when we come together creatively with our minds, right? The restaurant setting though, I find that really interesting. I know that that's where the inspiration came, that you were sitting there. But how do you feel that that is sort of a metaphor for society, Grant?
It's such an interesting canvas and dynamic canvas to be able to almost hold up a mirror and for society to kind of look at it and have that image reflected back at them. So we really try and tap into stories that's familiar, in stories that you're able to experience when you find yourself sitting at a restaurant, you know, and you look around, you lift, instead of just looking at your meal, and you look up a little bit and actually see what's going on within the walls of the restaurant. And for us, it was quite exciting to bring that to the stage and see how movement and text can find the marriage to bring that story alive.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited just sitting here as well. So who is this for? Should it be for anybody? Is it for kids? Is it for the older folk? Is it for the married folk? Who is this play done for?
We truly think it's for everybody.
Yeah.
It is a family-friendly production, so there is a matinee performance specifically for those who can't come out late at the evening. But there's something for everybody, young and old, and even if it's like you will always familiarize you with one story or every story, and then so truly anybody can come, anybody will enjoy it, even if you're not familiar with dance. And it's a very entertaining show, but there's also a lot of subtext towards more serious matters, but underlining.
The content is still there.
Yeah.
Entertainment and content. When those two come together, there is really, really something special that happens. Okay, without giving too much away, I'm going to have to ask you that. Is there a particular scene or movement or a phrase even that resonates with you with your own experience when you sit back and watch and you were like, you know what, yeah, that one is for me. Is there any moment in the production?
I think for me, it's probably the urgency at which our waiters in the production move and how they're able to move in between tables and going from one to the next. I think for me and in my life, the urgency going from one thing to the next and not being able to breathe or pause and have a moment where you just take it in and then go again. I think for me, that's something that stands out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also,
did you say the same?
We're also focusing on the social media element, you know,
Absolutely,
and that's often a thing that, you know, people aren't actually experiencing each other and the
being present.
Yes, being present. So the social media element is always very interesting because as I see in the restaurant, people take more photos of their food than actually eating it.
Guilty. Being there. I say, what's the Wi-Fi before I've even asked for something on the menu. Guys, thank you so much for putting this incredible production together. We cannot wait for Mzansi to enjoy and see it. Marie, if you could just run through where people can get a ticket, when it runs.
So it's from 3 to 6 September, and so opening tomorrow evening. Tickets are 100 and 150 Rand, and you can buy via Quicket. And it's family friendly, and it's at Magnet Theatre in Observatory.
Beautiful. Well, if you are in the mother city, or if not, get a plane and fly on through. This is definitely the place to be between the 3rd and the 6th of September. Information's on the screen right now, or head to your phone. You're allowed to right now, and get yourself a ticket between 100 and 150 Rand and make a booking.